Do I even know about the room? The secret room?
Yes.
I do.
Secret room?
Yeah.
I don't
That's what you were trying to destroy when you burned the house.
Just dark evil things, right?
Yeah, you never got to look at them.
Scurry.
Not erase. No. Stop. I'm
Erase
bored.
it.
Yay!
Oh, I know why I'm poor.
March 29th, 2015, Call of Cthulhu. Providence campaign.
Yay.
We have one returning character. No, two returning characters. Okay, Kaitlyn is curator. She's playing Jade Hagger. And we have Quincy Washington, who is escaped. It has been several months since the events, Kaitlyn, of the asylum, of what happened to you. It is March, your arm has healed. You have looked over those books. You've been trying to learn how to cast a spell and have not succeeded because it's very complicated. And whoever wrote this has obviously got some mental issues. You've left it all behind. All the weirdness is done. You've saved the day. Dr. Strong has gotten the asylum.
Never have to do that again.
You never have to do that again. The Dr. Strong has gotten the asylum going. You know him. You've probably been in some kind of contact, if you wish, with him. Richard, no, we're not going to have Richard live in your building because we've got so many PCs in that building already. You receive a letter, Kaitlyn. You're going to be the hook. Actually, somebody comes to you. It was a letter to the former curator who you took his position because he died. He was old. And so they replaced him. And a letter came to the museum. It is from New London, Connecticut, which is on the other side of the state, basically. Rhode Island, just a little ways into Connecticut. And it is asking for him because they have an issue. There's a haunted lighthouse that they wish investigated, and they want the rumors put to rest about this thing so they can get some people to stay in there again. Because they've had a lot of lighthouse keepers who have stayed for a short while and then just left because of strange things that they have allegedly seen. They are willing to pay any investigators who come, because apparently this guy did some kind of like parapsychological stuff. $5 a day plus expenses, plus accommodations for several nights at the local hotel. 4 nights at the local hotel. This would be between March 11th and 14th. Is what it's going to be for. There you go. This is in early March that you received this letter.
Alright, well, after looking over the letter a little bit, and I decide to contact Mr. Strongship.
Mr. Who?
What was his name? Blankenship.
Oh, Blankenship. Yeah, he lives in the building with you.
Yeah, but he doesn't answer the door.
No, he's out apparently. You've known him. You've been in pretty close contact with him. He did mention that he was looking more into the paranormal stuff before.
He's on a little paranormal trip.
And he's probably gone somewhere. Yes.
I love Blankenship.
Bummer. This would be great for him.
It would be, but
I have no idea who else to contact.
okay. You could also talk to some of the people who are at the museum, if you so desire.
Ooh, is there a party at the museum?
No.
Like a benefit?
Nope.
I could get in, man.
There is a no. Shut up. That's my job. You're trying to take my job from me.
Try to tell me what to be.
There. If you talk to somebody who's there, they say, yeah, old Phil, he used to go looking for ghosts and he used to debunk a lot of stuff. He made kind of a side living at that. And they're kind of the lady that you're talking to is kind of excited if you're doing that too, because she says he brought back such great stories, blah blah blah. But she can put you in touch with a couple of people who might be able to help you out. One of them is a cop in town that she knows, who it's her friend's son. Your parents live in Providence. How about that?
My father died in the war.
Okay, but your mom's still alive and she's living in Providence. Okay. It's her friend's son. He's a police detective, and she said recently he sounds like he could use a vacation, and it'd be great for, and maybe he'd be good for you. I mean, wait, let me contact him. And so you get a phone call from your mom, and you were told about there's a chance to get a paid vacation to this little town in Connecticut if you want to take it up.
Yeah. I could use a couple of days off.
Okay. So they're going to put you two in touch with each other. Actually, what you guys can do is we can figure out when you'll go, and you can decide if you actually have a chance to meet beforehand. Nissa?
Yes.
Actually, you know this cop. Okay? Because you have some connections with organized crime.
Yeah.
It's up to you whether he knows that you
Wait.
what your real profession is. That's up to you.
What kind of
He's a
kind
police
of
detective.
connection? Like, is he a dirty cop?
No.
No,
He
he's
just
not a dirty cop.
he just knows people in the area that.
Then why don't you arrest him?
Because sometimes they give him information to make them more valuable to him unarrested than arrested. You have connections, and you can jot this on your character sheet. Oh, thanks. On the back, under like the people that you know.
Yeah, it's not black and white for this guy.
Of fences, other burglars. In here, you put fences and other burglars. Are people that you know.
Fences?
Yeah, fences are people you sell your merchandise to, stuff that you steal. But you have given him information in the past.
Him?
Yes, that have led to some arrests. And so he's come to, basically you got caught, you were brought in by him.
Yeah.
He basically said, you have a choice, you're going to jail for a long time for stealing those diamonds.
Within 20 minutes.
Or you turn in a couple of these, you turn in who your accomplices were and who helped you get the information on the setup. And
Let them know and then they'll kill me.
No. They weren't going to know because they didn't know you'd been caught.
Oh.
So you handed over the information, and boom, that's your connection. Fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So you also know this woman. What's your appearance? Is it like 13?
No. Yes. 12.
Oh,
No,
okay.
13.
Okay. So you know this woman.
One good stat I have.
Well, and you guys know each other. We're going to say that. And the fact of the matter is
27.
that she's a little older than you. And so you could bring her along, if you so desired. Okay? I'm just trying to get everybody together.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, you can think of me as like, well, you need to keep an eye on me because you know my tendencies.
Hey, you know what? And this could be a way to reform her. Hey, this could be a little job she could do, and maybe she'll make a little money. And
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, hey, I've got some work. More like a vacation kind.
there you go.
So we just gotta go check this lighthouse out.
Work that's vacation? That sounds like a
Don't drag it out too much, Nissa.
Wally. I can't think of 20 speak right now.
Is it a good thing? Or
How
bad?
can you have work on vacation?
Well, we're just kind of going out there and just spending like a weekend maybe, just at this lighthouse area.
I'm not that kind of girl. You know I steal stuff, but I won't do that.
Oh.
But if it's a real job, I'll do it. I need the money.
Yeah. You're getting
Do
paid.
need the money, that's
you're,
right.
You're getting paid.
And what part of town are we going to? The upper side? all the nice rich ladies gonna be. The fancy art.
Yeah,
Sure, I'll go.
Of course.
I'm not smart. My character is not smart.
Okay. So you've gotten in contact. You've been given the contact information for this cop, and the train tickets will be paid for.
Ooh. Compensated travel.
Well,
Okay. Do you have a phone?
I have a phone.
Do you?
Do I? In my house, yes.
Okay.
Well,
Good.
I imagine you got into contact. I'm the lady who is going to the lighthouse.
Oh, fantastic.
I don't know how to use it.
Hold it like a pencil. You do it like this. Yes. Hello. How are you doing?
Okay.
Or you
It's
can
like, do you speak in?
Oh, I love those.
speak into this. That's
Use it like
sorry.
a
I'm sorry.
Use it like a pencil.
Well, you hold it like a pencil.
It's
almost.
not working, but can't hear you.
Yeah. So, you ready to go? When do you think we should be going? Because they said some weekend eventually. There wasn't really a time. I just kind of want to get moving soon. I have a lot of work to get done, and this is taking time off my studies.
Yeah, I understand.
March 11th through the 14th were the dates that you were given initially.
Okay.
Is the nights that they were going to pay for hotel.
Where?
11th to the 14th.
You can.
What are we at now? What day are we at now?
Right now, it can be any time earlier that week. If you guys want to get there earlier, if you want to get there a couple days early to investigate in town, you can do that. At the earliest you'd probably be able to get a train ticket would be on the 9th. And then once you get there, you'll be getting more details from the gentleman who has sent the letter. And I'm assuming you wrote back to him.
Yeah.
So would you say today could be like the 6th or so?
Yeah, it could be like early March that you're making this contact information. That is a Saturday.
Okay.
Hey, Mexico.
Mexico.
There we go. Yeah. 6th is Saturday.
I just wanted to call up and make sure that you got the information, you're prepared, you're ready to go, and this is something you want to do. 'Cause all I heard is that you were some girl's son, and you could help.
Yeah,
but
of
I
course,
never heard back.
of course. So the job's gonna be from the 11th till the
14th. That's the information that Kaitlyn actually
Yeah.
has.
Kaitlyn.
You don't have much
I
information.
don't have that information.
Yeah, you don't have very much.
Okay, so
you have kind of generally when it was, but not a whole lot.
Okay, all I've heard is that we're gonna be going sometime mid-March.
The 11th to the 14th.
Okay. I'm gonna need about a day or two to pack, and then of course it's gonna be about a day or so of travel. So
Probably only a day of travel.
yeah. Okay, so say we should leave maybe the 9th, today being the 6th.
Sounds very good.
If you look in your atlas, you can find New London. It's on the coast. Boom. The atlas of both states shows you that Providence is here. New London's just right there. It's not very far, actually.
I have a contact of mine who would also like to assist. Would that be okay if I brought someone along?
As long as they aren't going to shoot us.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
I don't think.
Maybe not.
Alright, well,
Okay, so
sounds good.
meet up
I'll
at the-
meet you and them there, and it was nice talking to you. Bye. Alright,
What
cool,
the
bye.
hell, then?
Okay.
Okay. You guys will all be taking the same train, basically. You're going up on the 9th. Was that when you wanted to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. You can get there a couple days early.
We meet at the train.
Ah, I have a dinner that night.
Kaitlyn, Bernard Stafford is the name of the person who wrote you the letters. He's a civic employee there in town. He works for the
Exciting.
city office, and basically, so you've got his contact information. You meet at the train station on the 9th.
You know me. My name is Charlie Malone.
Charlene.
That's her
Malone.
nickname. Charlene is what's written down on her police record, which
I'm
you've
gonna-
got
I was about to say, I'm
tucked
gonna call her
away.
Charlene.
It's just yours. You're the one who has that police record because
Yeah.
everything was off the books when you arrested her because she cooperated. So you meet them for the first time. The name that you got from him or from the lady whose phone number you called, Kaitlyn, was
John.
John?
John Wells Sherman.
okay. So that's the
Sherman.
name that you gave. John Sherman.
John Sherman.
Okay, so that's the name that you got. And you meet him, and he looks like
That picture you showed him.
pencil-thin mustache,
I have
handsome
the picture.
looking, tall,
Greased back hair.
solid build,
Here.
greased back hair, wearing a nice
Picture.
suit. Right? You wearing a suit?
Yeah.
Wearing a nice suit, overcoat. It's chilly. It is when you guys. It is drizzling rain on the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
9th is a Monday. On the 9th, it's drizzling rain. At the train station, he's also with a woman who looks like what?
Like, you know those brunettes with like the kind of the poof ball right here, and it's like shoulder length, and they fly planes. You know what? This is. I'll look for a picture, but that's what I look like.
Okay, dark hair, light
Dark
hair.
hair.
Okay, dark
Brunette.
hair. Tall. What's your character's size?
12.
12 makes you between 68 and 70 inches, which is between 5'8" and 5'10". So tall woman. She's a tall woman.
Are size different for guys and girls?
No, they're pretty much the same for everybody.
So she's taller than me.
Is she?
I'm size 11.
Yeah, she's slightly taller than you probably.
Oh, I thought you were a big black dude who was
I
scary.
am.
He's not a tall black dude.
Oh.
He's like muscular.
I have
Like,
17 strength.
yeah.
Holy
like, he's
crap.
and he likes to wear tight shirts for some reasons.
Yes.
What? Buttons popping. Nah, I'm just kidding. Anyway,
might.
that's all I can afford. Anyway, so you three meet at the train station. This is what they look like. Kaitlyn, go ahead and give them a. What does your character look like? Come on now. Dark hair, glasses.
For the crowd.
Jade Hagger. She has big glasses, kind of wears a lot of tweed. Dresses pretty
Conservatively?
conservatively.
She's probably wearing a dress,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then probably an
Well, a
overcoat.
skirt.
So a skirt and a
Like
blouse.
a long skirt and a blouse.
And an overcoat.
That's your
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
That's kind of what she looks like. Dark
Okay.
hair,
Okay.
pretty.
You know, she could wear like those tan pants and a big white shirt and want to fly plane.
She's wearing pants.
Well, my
I'm just
style
saying,
is
you know that the way
Okay,
it was
so-
cool.
Right. Right now she's probably wearing a dress
Like
for
tweed.
travel, or blouse and a skirt, right? Or whatever you want to wear.
I think I wear pants.
Okay.
I wear pants.
She's wearing pants, which is unusual.
Yeah.
But it's becoming more common. I'm setting a trend.
I'm saying.
Trying to.
I was the one who started it.
There's her picture if you want to see it,
This
Kyle.
was like the whole rise of women era.
It is.
Women's
Suffrage is
rights.
powerful, is a big thing right now. I believe women have the right to vote at
Is
this
your
point,
wife
but
a
they just got it.
suffrager? Then divorce her right
Suffragette.
now. She's evil. Devils.
Exactly. Anyway, so
The old
you three meet
ass
at
is
the,
so
the
funny.
train station there in
Yeah.
Providence. You can take the New Hampshire, New York line, which goes almost directly down to New London.
Oh, my character has light brown hair.
Light brown hair. Okay.
It's kind of long, but she wears it up
Okay.
in a button.
And the train ride is probably several hours, with several stops on the way. You arrive mid-afternoon in New London, and it's a good-sized city. It's smaller than Providence, obviously, but it's still probably 25,000 population. So it's a big city, a big-ish city. And it's Monday afternoon. Mr. Stafford works at the city clerk's office, essentially, or the city courthouse. So if you want to meet him there, you can. You guys do not have money. You won't be getting paid for today or tomorrow, or have hotel rooms paid for those dates. But you can always get the hotel, and they'll reimburse you for the days from the 11th to the 14th. What's the plan? What are you guys doing? Kill each other. Guys, is right.
Kill each other.
We should probably settle into the hotel first.
Okay.
Say hello, we are here.
Okay.
Yeah. Book a room.
Hello, we are alive.
We
Uh,
get free room.
Well, like,
From the 11th on. You guys are here on the 9th. You guys got here early so you can do some more investigation. Today's the 9th. It only took you 5 or 6 probably hours to get here. It's only a couple hundred miles, actually. Yeah, so you're going to go to the hotel, and you can get rooms there, $1.50 a night. You'll need to pay for tonight and tomorrow night. After that, the city will be paying. So $3 is what it's going to cost you from whatever money you have at hand, or cash on hand. should
Ooh, I
be.
don't have anything written down for cash on.
Okay, how much would your character carry on a trip? $10, $20?
Let's say.
Now, you said this was a job that was going to be
100.
compensated. I did not know I was going to have to pay for my own room. This is not okay.
how
Just
is
put
that?
down a figure amount there.
Let's
Fight
put
each
down
other.
$50.
$50 is fine. So it's going to cost you all $3 for the next couple of
I'm
nights.
mad at you.
That
Wait, are we sharing a room or?
No.
Oh,
In the
okay.
20s?
Okay, okay.
Oh,
Oh, you need to
okay.
get your own room.
Okay, and I'm paying for your room, so I have $2 on there.
No wonder he
That's it?
has a pencil.
I had $8.
Yeah, but
now I
consider
have-
that you could probably get a decent meal for a quarter.
Yeah, true.
You're probably fine. And you can always chalk it up to expenses for your food too, guys. And once
Oh, yeah,
on the
never wrote
11th
down
and
cash on
forward,
hand.
you can chalk up any meals that you eat in town to expenses, so it won't cost you.
And you can get wired money.
You can have some money wired to your mom. Lives in Providence. You could have her wire some money if you wanted. You could also go to a local bank, and I'm assuming you probably have a checkbook.
adventure.
So you could always write checks,
Okay.
or write a check for cash at a local bank or something, and get some cash to you. So you recognize the bellboy, who comes to get your luggage.
Who are you?
It's Quincy Washington.
What?
Is that okay, Kyle, or do you want to be in
I'm
a
fine.
vaguer position? He's shaved.
How did I
He's-
get a job? No, I'm
Um,
sure.
You need an alias. You definitely you need to think of an alias for your character. He couldn't have used his real name if you wanted a job.
Vincy Washington.
No. You want an alias that nobody's gonna look twice at. Keep that in mind. You guys, what's your guys'
John
intelligence?
Smith.
Will Smith.
John
Smith.
Smith.
John Smith.
14.
Racist.
This character is smart.
Yeah, pretty smart guy.
So you're gonna want so you got away from Providence. You headed west.
Mhm.
You had no funds, so you kind of made your way. You did some probably bumming on a train.
Yep.
When you got to New London, You figured you were probably far enough away for now. It's the next state over, but you wanted some cash in order to at least make the rest of your journey west or wherever direction, or Canada or Mexico, wherever you want to go. Canada's not far. But you ended up in New London. You were able to get a job at this hotel, which is like the named hotel in this scenario. So you were able to get a job basically as a bellhop, and basically all around just handyman working around the place. Your character had like that scraggly beard, so you shaved that in order to like disguise yourself.
Same thing.
Does that sound okay? And you had short hair before, right? It's been a few months. You could have probably let that grow a little bit. Maybe even slicked it, like combed it out and slicked it and flattened your hair. Because that would be a disguise. It'd be a good disguise. But it's up to you.
Shaved it. Shaved it
So
all.
you shaved your beard.
Shaved everything.
Oh, you shaved the head too?
Everything.
Okay, yeah. But you recognize him. And
Baby
Richard,
Days Washington.
I will give you a spot hidden to see if you recognize him. A spot hidden check.
Okay.
So when you're done with that, come back over here and make a die roll.
Yeah,
What?
you can take my bat. Aren't you that guy?
Is that what you're doing?
Andy.
It's up to you.
Good.
You do recognize him.
Got it.
Washington?
Andy.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, find a cup. There's cups up there.
Oh, I was gonna.
Oh, you don't have to be here. Here.
There we go.
There's
Thank
cups
you.
there. Anyway, so, you can make me a spot hidden. Yeah, make me a spot hidden to see if you recognize her.
I have.
You saw her once, briefly, and it was very dark.
And scary.
You have nothing in spot hidden? You should have 25%.
No, I have a lot.
Oh,
You were
okay.
right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You made it? Put a check by it.
Wait, would I recognize him? Well,
I'm giving you
in
that
the
for free.
newspaper, yeah.
You were right there, and it was in the newspaper. Yes. You recognize her, too. She was at the asylum that night that everything went insane. The thing that you saw, that awful thing that attacked you. She's the one who was in the car when you guys... You know where she lives, because you noted the apartment that building they were going into, in case you needed that as like a refuge or something. So you recognize her.
We starting the.
Yep. And that's just as you walk up to take their bags to their rooms up on the second floor. Richard, I need a spot hidden from you to see if you recognize Quincy Washington.
Okay.
The wanted murderer and arsonist.
I say
Spot
nothing.
check. Where is that?
Spot will be spot hidden over here.
35.
35%. So you want to roll 35% or less. What was your question?
Oh, I said, where was there a Zaxby's?
Oh, yeah, I got that.
24.
Okay, so you recognize Quincy Washington. You can put a check mark by that.
Spot hidden.
Yeah, and that just lets you know that later on you have a chance that's going to go up at the end of the adventure scenario. You recognize Quincy Washington. You had actually been one of the detectives on the investigation of the arson. When, like we said, you stumbled into a secret door. You were messing around, looking for clues, and you pushed on some kind of a stud, and a bookcase slid aside. When you investigated, there was some kind of a strange ritual room, and then something came out of the walls, literally came from the blank walls. It looked like some kind of shadows at you. You fled, you slammed the secret door shut behind you, and you decided you were not going to tell anybody because it sounded crazy.
Yeah.
And when you tried to find a way to open the secret door later, you could not. And this was in the ruins of a burned down house. A mansion, actually.
Okay.
And that's when you started having your doubts as to maybe whether or not Quincy Washington did something that was really so terribly, terribly wrong. Are we done with extra dice? Does anybody else need any extra dice?
I have my own dice.
Oh, question. Did you bring your shotgun on this mission? Or your pistol?
I brought my pistol.
Okay, so you brought your sidearm.
I
That's
brought my
fine.
pistol, I brought my knife. But
Alright.
I don't
Okay.
shotgun.
So like he comes up and takes their bags?
I don't know.
Question.
Yeah.
Just before we get into this.
Okay.
Have we ever played Call of Cthulhu without at least one cop?
Yeah, when we first started. When we first started there. We like fries of that. When we first started, when John and Caitlyn played, there was no cops involved. And then, Everton was a cop. That's right. So
And
there's
Bridges?
mostly Bridges was a cop and
And
Everton.
Bryant?
Brian was a private investigator. He was not a police officer.
If
If you count that, then yeah. Then we've almost
don't
always
wanna
had at
count
least
him for
one cop.
anything.
Ish.
That's what I was thinking.
Now we've
You hear
always
that,
had
James?
cops. Be nice.
Don't shoot guns.
That was James Dixon. That was James Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, I
James
was
Williams
talking.
played a PI. James Dixon was technically a spy.
Oh, well, he had a gun
He
and
was a writer.
That's who I thought you were talking about.
No.
Oh yeah. He's
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
So, So yeah, we've often had police officers, but you might not recognize him as a cop. Keep that in mind, because he's just plain clothes. So there you go. A man walks up to take your bags, and you recognize him, and you recognize him.
I recognize her, but I'm just gonna act like I don't.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. Take your bags.
Do I know you from somewhere?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Wait, what was the alias name that you picked?
Joe
Biden.
Green.
Joe Green. Yeah, that's a good one. It's very subtle.
I grab the bags.
Okay.
Okay.
I can take everybody's
He's wearing a
bag.
uniform. He's wearing like a uniform. He's got a little tiny, one of those little tiny hats on his head.
Yeah.
I recognize him,
You
but
recognize him, yes.
I don't want to confront him, so I keep quiet. But I make
Okay.
a mental note to like tell her
Okay.
later.
You can make a psychology check to note whether or not this other gentleman who's with her is acting.
Wow.
Gives you a oh
This will be a miracle.
yeah. There's not.
No.
Okay, so everybody seems legit. You only recognize her. Your rooms are on the second floor. They're all adjacent. There is a shared bathroom on the hall for people. The rooms are fairly small, but very comfortable. And it says green on his tag. He carries each of your suitcases up to your individual room and places them inside. And you wait for a tip. Do you just stand there like this? You've been reprimanded for doing that before.
I walk right past him.
Okay. You spin into your room and you
I
close the
slip him
door.
$1.
Okay.
A whole dollar.
Jesus, that's a lot of money.
Wait, you have $1 and you
Hey, I don't like you. You arrested me.
You already went to your room.
Yeah.
Shake his hand.
Oh, okay. She shakes your hand. He has a very strong grip.
Have a pleasant stay.
And you've heard about the haunted lighthouse and that they were hiring some paranormal, parapsychologist to come and debunk it. You've heard that around town.
Can I go down to the concierge and inquire about the staff?
Yeah, it's just there's not really a concierge. It's just the guy
Front
behind the
desk.
desk. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, can I help you, sir?
Yes, I was wondering if the staff stayed on site, like lived on site.
No. They have houses, apartments.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We can go back up tomorrow.
Wait, you're not having a problem with anybody, are you?
No.
Okay.
It's just there's this one particular staff member who's been asking for tips, and
Is it green?
it's green.
God damn it. All right. Thank you for letting us know.
Okay, I go back up tomorrow.
You get a talking to. Anyway. Don't hold your hand out. You can stand and wait as long as you want. Don't hold your hand out. Blah, blah, blah.
All right.
He's a little guy, too. Your boss is a little guy. He's always been actually really good to you.
Okay.
I mean, not having over to dinner or anything because, you're colored, but... Okay, what's the plan, guys? You've settled into your rooms
What time is it?
like 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Alright, well.
You could still talk to your contact if you want, Kaitlyn, but you don't have to. Entirely. I mean, he's probably still in his office.
That
still
was my
fine.
idea. I was like, knock on their rooms.
Okay.
Be like, hey, I'm gonna go talk to the guy who wants us to investigate the lighthouse, see when he wants us to start, see if I can get any extra information on what exactly has been going on.
I'll just try to accompany her.
Yeah. Nissa, you want to go too?
I guess it couldn't hurt. Why not? Let's go.
Okay. You go down to the city courthouse. His office he's one of the clerks. His name is Bernard Stafford. Let's find Bernard here. There he is. There's Bernard Stafford, heavyset gentleman, with kind of a baby face. He's actually probably in his 30s or 40s, but he looks very young.
He's a baby.
He says, all right, yeah, Lonely Point Lighthouse. He shakes all your hands. He says, thanks very much for coming. Lonely Point Lighthouse, it was run by a man named Morris Fitch from its opening in 1881 until 1920. Morris and his wife Bessie raised 2 children, Gary and Michelle, while living on Lonely Point. It's about 9 miles off the coast to the south of here. Fitch family never mentioned anything about any strange noises or ghosts, but or sea monsters in the lighthouse or around Lonely Point or anything like that. Now Gary Fitch, he's a local hero. He was in the war. He was posthumously awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor for his service in France. There was a statue of him erected last year outside of Buckley High School, which he attended. Now, since Morris Fitch died in 1920, there's been 3 lighthouse keepers. Alan Metcalf, he was employed by the city from April 1921 until March 1922. Ray Chapin, who was employed between August and November of 1922, and Chester Wade, who was employed between February and December of 24. Each of them reported hearing strange noises such as scratches and taps and moans inside the lighthouse, and they seem to come from like everywhere at once, all around. Starting in 1924, this is so stupid. Some locals started claiming to see a strange creature swimming in the area around Lonely Point. Okay, like a sea monster. Exactly, right, lady? Most of the sightings are fleeting. There's no photographs. So several local businesses they want to promote the Monster of Moray drop, which is like the depths out there, in order to attract tourists. So what
they're
we
trying
want
to do a Loch Ness kind of thing.
Exactly. Wait. We might have to retro that out. I don't know if Loch Ness was a thing by 1926 or not.
I do not.
Yeah, so, yeah, look it up. Thank you. You've heard a lot of this stuff going around town, Kyle, so you have kind of this information. Not all the specifics, but the monster and the fact that the lighthouse is haunted. So what we're proposing to do is this. On the 12th, we're going to get one of the locals who was like the handyman. He's a delivery man who used to take stuff out there. His name is Harrison Vanderhoff. He's gonna ferry you guys out on his boat, ferry you people out on his boat to Lonely Point, and you'll have 48 hours. We're gonna leave you out there for about 48 hours. He'll return on the 14th to pick you back up.
1933.
33. So Loch Ness, you wouldn't refer to that. Thank you for looking that up for me.
So
Yeah. What would there be? Anyway, so. You'll have 2 days out there, figure out what's going on. We're going to send supplies and food and all that stuff for you to stay out there. And if you can figure out what is causing people to think that this place is haunted, like rats in the walls or some kind of like I don't even know what. Maybe wind blowing through caves. I don't know. Whatever it is, figure out what it is and debunk it, and then you'll be paid. And the pay is $5 a day each, starting on the 11th. You're here early, which I really enjoy your enthusiasm, but the city can only afford to pay for those dates. So you'll be paid $20 each, and then we'll cover your hotel room costs from the 11th to the 14th. And so you can leave your luggage and stuff here, or you can take it with you out into the island. You probably want to change your clothes, so you'll be there for a couple of days.
We have to debunk this?
You're going to get paid whatever you find out. We would like it to be debunked. We need to get a keeper out there on the lighthouse. We had a ship crash up off there. Let's check dates here. Nope. The Waterford is the name of the hotel, by the way. For instance, Bracken, there was a storm.
It's my favorite one.
He was on board a ship. He has a boat called the White Queen, and his yacht went aground there on the island because the lighthouse wasn't being kept, and he was never seen again. We're assuming that during the storm he got washed off the boat when it hit the island, and he's dead. But we don't want anything to happen like that again.
When did these strange happenings start?
Well, with the first lighthouse keeper, that would be Metcalf. When he was living there from April 21 to March of 22, he said he was hearing these weird things. Actually, I think Metcalf lives in town, so you can talk to him about that if you want. He works at the bank. Or no, he's not. He doesn't live in town. He lives in one of the nearby towns. Broughton. It's about 4 miles up the line.
Alright.
And then all the other 2 lighthouse keepers we tried to hire also heard weird things and did not want to stay. So we need for the place not to be haunted so that we can hire somebody to watch the light and they will keep it going.
Alright.
If you have any other questions, you can come to me. We do have a... Yeah.
Who would you say is promoting these sea monsters the most?
I don't know. It's a story that's just gotten kind of started. It's going around town. Everybody claims that they've seen sea monsters.
Really queer.
Yeah. I don't know. You there might be something in the paper about who started it. I'm not sure.
Thank you.
Do you need anything else?
I'm set if you are.
Okay. Well, I work here Monday through Saturday, so if you have any other questions you need me for, here's where you can find me. And thanks very much, Miss. I'm assuming you guys introduced yourselves when you met.
Yeah.
Miss Hagger and Mr. Sherman and Miss.
You can call me
remember
Charlie.
Miss Malone.
Call me Charlie.
And I'll be the one who pays you on the 15th, 14th, 15th, whenever.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The weather's clearing up, by the way, too.
Hooray.
Hooray. So, you guys have the town, which is here. Of New London. There's New
We
London.
like just generally start gathering information,
Mhm.
like go around town asking people different things.
Yeah. What do you want to ask them about?
Hey, what are the rumors about the lighthouse? Or hey, have you seen anything in the lighthouse? Or
Okay.
Is there
hey,
anything
how
that's
about
lately
that
new?
lighthouse?
Um, yeah. Most of the people in town seem to know. It's a good-sized city, but with a population of 25,000, it seems like everybody knows everybody else. I don't know if you guys have been in a town of that size or not, but yeah, you can start asking around town today. You find out that Fitch family they were a quiet bunch of people. They mostly kept to themselves. They ran the lighthouse from its initial when it was built up to the 1920. Morris was from Vermont, and Bessie, his wife, was from Massachusetts. They were newlyweds when Morris became the first lighthouse keeper, and they moved in on the day of the grand opening. They were the ones who were there, who started it pretty much. And there were two children. They had two children, and that was Gary and Michelle.
Are Gary and Michelle still in town?
No. Gary, he was a good student. He was very active in high school sports, you learn. Everybody can make me a psychology check if they say desire. If you don't have a number in it, then use whatever's in parentheses. Oh, you need 12% on dice, kid.
I messed up, yeah.
That's okay.
I got 2% and I got 45.
You got 2%? Okay, that's a
I
lie.
did not
The
make
people
any.
that are
I
telling
got-
you that he was
55%.
out of...
I have 5%.
Okay, so that's a fail.
I got 2 out of
That's
45.
a lie. Whoever told you that, he was a quiet, good student, active in high school. That is not true. You guys can make me a second psychology check. And this is talking to several different people between...
12%. I'm still
Yeah.
clear.
He was one of the most popular kids in New London. Lie.
Lie.
He joined the Army right out of high school. That's the truth. Put a check mark by psychology. Just put one check mark. Everyone was proud of him and what he did overseas for his country. But yeah, people are lying about him being a good student, active in high school, and popular, apparently. You guys, as far as you two know, that's the truth. And that's what you can learn before dinner time. Wake up, Caitlin. There's caffeine in the fridge.
Okay. So,
Oh, you think you want? Okay, good. Yeah, I'm gonna be pounding a lot of that today.
okay, so what time is it now?
Dinner time.
Dinner time.
And your dinners are included with the hotel room. So
Okay.
You can have
Alright.
at the Waterford.
So we all sit down and eat for dinner and discuss things. And
I can inform them that everyone was.
Okay.
I picked up on a couple things.
Oh, aren't you fancy?
Yeah. They've told a couple of lies when we were talking with the locals. Well, it is true. What was the son's name?
Gary.
Well,
Finch.
it is true
That's-
that.
Yeah.
Well, it is true that Gary Finch was joined the military out of high school, and he was pretty much praised for his service. He wasn't popular. he wasn't like a top student. There's something fishy there. I think we should check that out.
Well, why would they have to lie about it?
That's the question.
So you're saying everybody was lying? Everybody was saying the same thing about the same kid? And you're saying they're all telling...
All the people that said that about him.
All
There
the
was
people-
more than one.
Yeah, all the people that were talking
You don't think they
about
were telling
Gary were hiding something for some reason. And I don't know why. Maybe he was a troubled kid. Maybe he did something that
You're
he tried
around
to hide.
the hotel, so keep that in mind.
Can I do a listen check?
You can overhear this if you want for free.
Ah, nice.
You're a bellboy. You're practically invisible here. You know, people ignore you until they want
I was
something.
about
from you.
to, like after this, I was going to ask if I could check up on him.
Hmm? He's actually in the dining room. He works as a waiter during the dinner shift, and he's wearing he's got a white jacket instead of his red bellboy jacket, but otherwise, and he doesn't have the hat. And he brings food to several different tables. And do you want to talk to him?
No, I was going to do it in private.
Okay. Make a luck check. Yeah.
Look. 40, so do I roll percentage dice?
Yes, you want to roll 40 or less in order to succeed.
I got 63, sorry.
Okay, so he's just not serving your table though.
Okay.
They're not sitting at one of the tables for you, Kyle, unless you want to like try to serve them.
Do people tip at dinner?
Oh yeah.
So
You don't want to lose this job yet. You haven't saved up enough money.
If I can make enough real fast, though. I'm
Alright,
trying to
but
get
you're
out
gonna
of here
lose this
quick.
job very quickly.
It's got $1.
You keep getting, yeah, I know, but you keep getting reprimanded for that. I'm gonna have to fire you there, Joe.
But if I get fired from here, then like it doesn't really like transfer to my next job, does it?
Probably not if you don't even know that you worked here. This is 20. But if you get fired from here, it's going to take you longer to get another job and then get out of this town.
Maybe.
Keep that in mind.
Got $1.
All I'm saying is. Anyway, so.
So I think that we should ask around more about Gary. I think there's something going on there that we should definitely confront.
If they lied about him, why are they going to suddenly change if we just continue asking?
I think it depends on who we ask.
Also, you can use persuade to try to get people to tell you to get a little bit more information about Gary Fitch.
Yeah.
Fast talk won't work very well for that, but persuade could. If you can think of another skill that might work to get people to open up, you can try to use that as well. So you guys have a nice dinner. Food's good. It's late after. It's the evening now, 7 o'clock or so, 6:30, 7 o'clock. What do you guys want to do? It's still the 9th. You got lots of time until the 12th before they want you to go to the island. So
I go down to the front desk
Mhm.
and I ask if Mr. Green is still working.
yes, sir.
All right.
He's in the kitchen right now. Everybody does everything in this hotel, Kyle. So you work as a busboy or a bellboy. You work as a waiter. You wash dishes sometimes when they need the help. So and everybody kind of pitches in. It's actually a really good work environment. Most of the bellhops and waiters are black. It's kind of a status thing, you think.
Okay. So he's in the kitchen. Is he busy or is it kind of like a lull?
Do you need to talk to him? Do you have a have you been having a problem with Mr. Green? Oh God, was it just Kyle fired?
It's just my luggage was a little bit damaged, and it's not a big deal. But it's not a big deal. I can definitely afford it. But I just want to talk to him and make sure it wasn't him. I want to make.
Well, who carried it up?
Well, he carried it up, but
Oh God.
he carried it up, but honestly, I think there may have been someone else in my room, like a housekeeper or something.
Well, maids haven't cleaned any of the rooms in the evening.
They
so.
haven't?
No, what could it have been damaged on your trip?
Yeah, I could have, but I just want to make sure that nothing happened with him.
That nothing happened with him. What do you mean?
Like that the luggage wasn't like damaged by him. I want to.
I'm looking at her glasses. Sorry.
Oh.
All right, yeah. I'll get him up. What's your name? He gets your name, finds out what room. He says
Sure.
to send him up to talk to you.
Okay.
Okay. Green. One of the people wanted to talk to you. Here's his name. His name is Sherman, Mr. Sherman. Do not ask him for a tip. There was some damage to his luggage, and he wants to talk to you about it. He doesn't think that he's not accusing you, he says, but he just wants to talk to you about it. Fair enough?
One with that pencil thin mustache.
Yes, that's the one. You have such a great memory. I don't remember half these people. He just wants to talk to you. You're not in trouble. Yet. But don't ask him for a tip and be polite, alright, Green?
Yes, sir.
This is that little guy. Well, how tall is your character?
He's
Five?
size 11.
Size 11 is like 66 to 68 inches, so between 5'6" and 5'8".
Mm-hmm.
So this guy's even little. He's like 5 foot tall. He's a little skinny guy.
Mm-hmm.
Little skinny
strength?
old guy.
17.
Strength 17. So he's like this. I can't put my arms down. Freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger.
They barely found a shirt that fit.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to, yeah.
Custom made.
So he just asked you to go up and talk to him.
Okay.
And be polite, please.
Mm-hmm.
The guy shakes his head as he walks in.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you doing, Kyle?
We're leaving.
You're just leaving the hotel? You didn't recognize this guy.
I don't trust him because he's with her.
Okay. Nobody
hope
shows
to.
up. Don't make this too hard, Kyle. I'm trying to get you guys together.
You can have them see me leaving, but my instinct would be to run.
Okay, you do. You see him,
Oh.
that's a good idea. You're in your room, looking outside, and you see Washington Washington, you know who he is. He's just leaving the hotel. This is minutes after you asked to talk to him.
And he doesn't have a car.
You don't see him get in a car, you see him head down the street. Probably back to your flop house where you're living for $1 a week or something, Kyle.
Yep.
It's probably awful. It's an awful place. But yeah, you see him leave.
Can I tail him?
Tell what?
Can I tail him?
Tail.
Yeah. Yeah, you can use, ooh. Do you have,
So red.
did you have hide or any of that stuff?
Disguise? No.
Forensics is actually like finding clues. It's not like police work. They didn't
Yeah.
actually give. You haven't been really well trained in like.
Oh, there is hide, so 10.
You can use that. Go ahead and make me a high check. If you make it, that's gonna make it a lot harder for him. Are you like looking behind you a lot over your shoulder?
Nope.
Okay. He has a very small chance of spotting you, but you can make me a high check and see if
Yeah, 25.
you missed by 15, which isn't bad. Kyle, you're just eyes forward, getting back to your place.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, you don't think he sees you, and he goes to. It's a small apartment building, run down. It looks really cheap place to live.
Okay.
So were you in your room at this point?
No, I'm out of
No,
my
as soon as he saw Kyle leaving, he slipped out of his room and he went.
Well, that's what I meant.
Tailed.
Like that's where you saw him from, was your
Mhm.
window.
Yeah.
Yep. The trials and tribulations of trying to keep the party together. Kyle's very good at this, actually, of messing everything up.
I gotta play my character.
Okay, so what do you want to do? It's just a flop house. It's probably 2 or 3 stories, 2 stories tall. It's probably got about probably 8 or 10 little tiny apartments in it. You've dealt with these kind of people before.
Okay. Do I know which room he went into?
No, you wouldn't be able to follow him that close if you were trying to tail him. You're trying to stay back and outside.
Okay. They have a main desk, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use my badge.
Can I do a listen check?
Okay. Your room is on the. Your room's on the first floor, towards the back of the building. It's awful.
Can I do a listen check?
For what?
I wanna.
To overhear him at the front desk.
No.
There's-
When he comes up the stairs, I wanna grab him.
You're on the first floor.
Yeah, when he comes in the first floor.
You want to grab
Down
you?
the hall?
Didn't you go to your room? You don't know you're being followed, remember? You have no idea.
I
So you've gone back to your room, and I'm assuming you're packing what little you have to what? Try to just get out of town, or
Mhm.
what? Okay.
Yeah, just getting out of time.
So I go up to the front desk and I say,
Okay, the guy seems intimidated by your badge. Oh, yeah, officer, we're not